Alright guys, welcome back to Behind the Design. I'm Marshall and this is Mason. Today we're going to talk about the College Collection and the 806 Collection. So the College Collection, it's funny kind of how that one started. My girlfriend, her sister-in-law came up to visit us one day, and when someone comes to Lubbock to visit, where do you take them? Take them to Chimmy's, right? So we took her to Chimmy's and did a little challenge, the DP shootout. I don't want to brag, but I've been doing this for quite a long time. Came out here in 2004. See you, buddy. Came out here in 2004, and I've been going to Chimmy's ever since, right? So I felt pretty confident in my DP shootout skills. Lo and behold, she came up and we lost. So she kept bragging that she was the DP shootout champ. So I had to say Jennifer's the DP shootout champ. She did beat us. But that kind of sparked an idea, because I said, you know what? You're saying it so much. I'm gonna have to make you a shirt for that. Like, you deserve it. And so I started thinking, like, I bet that would actually be popular. That kind of sparked the entire College Collection. That shirt kind of came up and put it together really quickly. Loved the idea, loved what it looked like. Schaefer loved what it looked like, so we ran with it, and then we started thinking, well, what else could we do? So then I started thinking about, going back on my college days and using some of my friends as inspiration. So we came up with 4 different shirts in that collection. DP Shootout Champion, that's thanks to Jennifer. So I have a buddy, his name's Ricky. Ricky and I worked on the basketball team together here at Tech, and he lives in High Point now. He works for Tubby Smith still, he's the video coordinator. And Ricky knew everybody. Matter of fact, if we were going out, we would call Ricky, because Ricky would be able to get us in to anywhere on Broadway. He knew every door guy. So if we were going out, these people that I was going out with had no idea who Ricky was, but I was calling Ricky because I wanted to get in. And oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many people we made mad walking past the lines at Chimmy's and Local and Crickets and Mesquite's. He just became dubbed the Broadway Shuffle tour guide. If we were doing the Broadway Shuffle, we were taking Ricky because we weren't waiting in line. That's why if you go on our website, this shirt right here is called the Ricky Tee. It's a tribute to Ricky Hewell and all of his connections on Broadway. I'd get laughed out the door if I tried to do that now, but that's for the next generations. The next shirt that we did was Penny Pints Patron, one of our very first places to go drink when we became legal to drink was Penny Pints. We go to bashes for Penny Pints because we were broke college students. Me and my best friend Quinn, we went there a few times, and my other good friend Nick. That was kind of our spot for a little while. We used to go to Penny Pints. So we were definitely a Penny Pints patron. And I had no idea, this is stuff you learn, but after I posted or came up with this collection and posted the shirt, I learned by a bunch of feedback out on social media that before it was Penny Pints, it was Penny Pitchers. So I'm really glad that we founded Penny Pints, because I probably wouldn't have made it through college on Penny Pitchers. I would have dropped out. So anyway, that's where the inspiration behind that one came from. And then the last one was the Rowdy Raider Survivor. You can find that one on our website, just like all of them in our college collection. But the Rowdy Raider, which has been known by 100 different names depending on what year you were in school. It was Ice House, it was Main Street, it was Rowdy Raider. I think it was Conference last. In my heyday, it was Rowdy Raider. And my roommate in college, his name was Marlon Williams. He played football here, and Marlon was doing his music thing while he was here playing football. Kind of started to gain a little local fame. For whatever reason, I guess he got connected with the people at the Rowdy Raider. That's where he would do his performances. So he kind of became a little mini celebrity there at Rowdy Raider. And us, tag-alongs, were always there to support. We were the first ones in the crowd, and drank off of his free tab many nights. Man, I'll never forget his 21st birthday. We got a limo, and we drove around the big city of Lubbock. They had just put in that flyover. So we were going up in that limo, and we just thought Lubbock was so huge. We're looking over it. We'd never seen it from that angle. Did the limo thing, got to the Rowdy Raider. They rolled out a carpet for us, and we walked in, and man, we spent way too much money there. Mom, I'm sorry, I don't even know how much money we spent there. But we had a great time. And Marlon, I don't know how we survived it, but we did. And that's why that shirt is a tribute to Marlon Williams. It's the Marlon T on our website because we were Rowdy Raider survivors. I think that's probably why we're immune from COVID and a lot of other things that are going around, because those floors were sticky and there was people doing things in corners that I don't even want to think about repeating. But we made it through it, and now it's a memory, and I relive it every time I get to put that shirt on. We threw this whole collection together probably in about 2 hours. Inspiration was just coming, and I was putting stuff together, and Schaefer was approving and giving me the thumbs up. And so, but to see people wear it, to see people have their own stories about it, it's really awesome. That's our college collection. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. Buy a shirt and tag us in a post and tell us your story. I'd love to hear your story about your college career and how it might be different from mine. The 806 collection had a little sentimental value to it. I wanted to do something that paid homage to Lubbock. And I grew up in Central Texas, you probably know by now. But I came out here in 2004 to go to school and never left. And this became home to me. I became the adult that I am in Lubbock. And there was a lot of influence in that. And so when I thought about paying homage back, the first things that came to mind were Cotton, Buddy Holly, the wind, and the people. So I set out to do a shirt for those four things. Cotton, obviously, it's a staple out here in West Texas. West Texas snow. I definitely wanted to do something that paid tribute to the cotton and the cotton farmers and everybody that's made the hub city what it is. The cotton tee is just a simple piece of cotton there, and it represents everything that West Texas or Lubbock was grew up and grew to because of the cotton and the export that it is. So then the other one was Buddy Holly. Obviously, Buddy Holly is a huge impact on Lubbock, and I loved just kind of hearing his story. I felt like I kind of related to Buddy in a lot of pieces of his story, and even though he died pretty young, he left a legacy, and that's what I hope to do. I definitely wanted to do something that paid tribute to Buddy Holly. So our Buddy T is just very simply, boldly, just his glasses, and it's my favorite shirt. I wear that shirt all the time. It's one of my favorite shirts. I love it. It's soft and it makes a statement. And I love when people say, "Is that Buddy's glasses?" And I was in Savannah, Georgia, and people recognized Buddy Holly's glasses, and it was a proud moment for me because that's my hometown. Lubbock is where I'm from. The other thing was the wind. So we did the tumbleweed tee, which I would love to take credit for, but this one was entirely Schaefer's idea. Schaefer had the idea that she wanted to do something that said Lubbock blows because of the wind. And so she said, "I don't care whether you do the windmills or tumbleweed, but just do something that says Lubbock blows." So we did the Lubbock blows tee. It's a tumbleweed, says Lubbock blows, and that has been a huge hit in our collection. I mean, people love it. And it's funny, it rings true, and I guarantee you, every time that the wind picks up outside, our sales pick up online because of that shirt. I did want to pay tribute to the windmills, and that's a kind of a touchy subject, I know sometimes, but when I was coming back and forth to college, we would go through Snyder, and there was a little point in time where you go down in this valley and you come up on this hill, and then you just see all of those windmills. And to me, it was like, I'm coming home. I'm on my way back home. This is West Texas. This is home for me. Those windmills kind of stood for something. And so I ended up doing a shirt. It's in the state of Texas, and it's just that horizon with those windmills on it. And just because it meant, West Texas to me, it was kind of a sign that I had come out of Central Texas and I was back in West Texas and I was headed home. I loved that shirt. It's been pretty popular. Definitely a really cool shirt and a fun idea behind it. The last shirt that we did in the 806 collection had to do with the people. And this one I really struggled with. I wanted this shirt to portray all the people that had made me who I was here in Lubbock. I came out here as a child, a very kind of bratty child and grew up to learn to appreciate the things that people had done for me, and learn to appreciate the time that people has poured into me to try and help me become the person that I am. There was a lot of mentors in my life and a lot of people that I still look up to. Melinda Ferries over at Carpet Tech, Tori Stevens, Don Denny at Slate Group was a huge influence to get me to start my own business. He poured confidence into me that I didn't know I had and I didn't have in myself, but he believed in me, and it really helped spark where I am today. There's a ton of people. Debbie here at the Heritage, has been a huge influence on me and very positive. And I wanted a shirt to portray that. There's just not a way, you can't just put all these people's faces on a shirt. No one else would buy it. So what I came up with was just simply the Lubbock population sign, because when you drive into Lubbock, you see that population sign, and that does say home. That means I'm back home. But that number on that population sign to me stood for all these people. Marcia Sharp, who had put a lot into me. Billy Gillespie in the short time he was here. Kirby Hocutt, David Hoagland, all these people on campus that helped grow me. Elvis Moya took a chance on me and made me, who I am. Robbie Crow, all these people and Dan Burns over at the arena. I've sat in his office countless number of times, and he just pours wisdom into me that I recount all the time. And I absolutely love these people for that, because they don't have to, but they see something in me that I didn't necessarily see in myself. So when I see that Lubbock population sign, that's what it means to me. That number on that population sign stands for all those people that helped me become who I am today. Kobe over at Local Legends, John English at Tailgate Express. I mean, I could go on forever. I pick pieces of each one of these people to try and mold what I want to be one day. So I want to be that person for the next generation. I want to be someone that I can take someone under my wing and pass on that wisdom and stuff that people have instilled into me. That was the inspiration behind that, and it kind of wraps up the 806 collection. People love where they're from, and I'm no different. And so I hope that people, take a look at these shirts and buy them and go out in the world and show off Lubbock. Be proud of where you came from, because there's no other place in the world like it, and it's so hard to explain, but it's home to me. That's all I can say. All right, guys, so that's this week's episode of Behind the Design. Definitely check back for the next episode. We're going to start having a guest. So my next episode, we'll have a guest, and we're going to learn a little bit about someone else's company. We're going to learn about another culture and some struggles and things that they went through to get where they're at. So I'm excited to have them on, and I can't wait for you guys to check out what they have to say. Check us out on social media, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.